The core demand of the Silver Act is crystal clear: break New York's geographical monopoly. Currently, almost all official silver delivery vaults for COMEX are concentrated within 150 miles of New York and New Jersey. This historical centralization has led to severe systemic risks. For instance, a natural disaster or cyber attack could paralyze the entire delivery system. Therefore, the Silver Act mandates the CFTC to approve at least 2 compliant vaults in each of the 4 U.S. time zones. This means a minimum of 8 vaults across the country. This will not only slash physical storage costs for investors in Texas and Nevada, but more importantly, it diversifies risk and breaks the internal control networks of a few giant bullion banks. This act comes as a grave warning that the physical market is on the brink of collapse. First was the January bank run. In January 2026, a staggering 33.45 million ounces of silver were withdrawn in a single week. That represented 26% of the deliverable inventory at the time. This led to a severe shortage of physical silver, with lease rates spiking from 0.3% to an abnormal 8%. Then came the washouts and crashes in February and on March 23. This physical shortage prompted exchanges to hike margins, triggering sequential liquidations and an epic collapse in paper prices. This includes the March 23 tragedy where prices plunged to $60. Critics argue this was a classic move by a few Wall Street giants using concentrated short positions and vault control to artificially manipulate prices and harvest retail investors. Furthermore, as of January 1, 2026, China classified silver as a strategic resource and implemented export controls. This has completely fractured the global silver market, with spot premiums in Shanghai once hitting 40%. This means Western paper pricing power is failing, and the fight for physical silver has escalated to national security. So, what is the long-term impact? The answer is a return from paper manipulation to a physical standard. While the Silver Act cannot directly limit Wall Street's short positions, by decentralizing the vault system, it destroys the physical chokehold used to manipulate paper prices. If delivery vaults are spread nationwide, it will be extremely difficult for big banks to maintain massive short suppression, especially without physical support or by exploiting regional logistical bottlenecks. For investors, this means COMEX futures are gradually losing their absolute global pricing power. The future market will be more transparent, and prices will have to bow to real physical supply and demand, especially the strong demand from Asia and the long-term structural shortage. In conclusion, the silver crash on March 23 was merely the death throes of the old paper system. The proposal of the Silver Act marks the first time U.S. politicians have targeted Wall Street's monopoly from a physical infrastructure level. This is a long-term structural positive, signaling that the silver market is facing a once-in-a-century transformation. Follow passive intel. You sleep peacefully, I'll handle the intel.